It's race week at the Dutch Grand Prix, and forecasts warn of trouble. Friday already brings a heavy chance of rain during first practice, with an even higher chance spilling over into Saturday and Sunday. Reports are saying a weekend of wet weather, with cooler temps and strong, gusty winds, could turn the race upside down. Racing conditions could feel more like a soggy obstacle course than a thrilling Grand Prix. But before the rain arrives, let's step into the heart of the pending storm. The battle for glory, survival, and championship pride. Oscar Piastri leads the championship, but by just 9 points over his teammate, Lando Norris. Norris, the Brit with fire in his veins, roared back from the summer break, having won 3 of the last 4 races. This weekend at Zandvoort, he smells blood. He's coming to pounce, to steal that lead, and he's hungry Piastri. Calm, composed, but under pressure. He's grown from the rookie who scraped a 4th in 2024. Now, he could strike hard, but only if Norris slips. The question, who cracks first in the storm? Then there's Max Verstappen, home hero caught between hope and harsh reality. He's nearly 100 points behind Piastri, almost buried by the McLaren duo, so a championship comeback seems like science fiction. Still, the Dutch crowd, the Orange Army, will pack the stands and scream his name with every turn. Could that home pressure be the spark he needs? Maybe not, says Tom Coronel, veteran driver turned expert. With a tinge of cold realism, he tells fans, "You have to be realistic. I think P3 is the maximum achievable. In that case, we're in for a good party on Sunday," he says. Winning, that's not something Verstappen needs to think about. The maximum achievable here would be 3, 4, 5. Well, then you have to take the extreme. So, yes, I say qualify P5 and finish 3rd in the race. Hard words, and yet, Coronel adds a spark of belief. We've seen it several times. No, that's not going to happen at all. It never happens, and then he manages to squeeze out the max round. Then he can stay in front, because the rest are driving in dirty air. These are, I think, his chances. His miracle moments, those freakishly perfect laps, might still spark magic, but only under chaos, especially if the rain comes, because Zandvoort plus rain equals chaos. The twisty layout, the sand dunes, the banked final corner, push a McLaren or Red Bull into slick conditions, and it's like simmering tension about to explode under every wheel. Meanwhile, behind the leaders, drama simmers in the chase for Constructor's glory. Mercedes and Ferrari are battling for second in the standings. After a tough start, Mercedes looks stronger. George Russell grabbed a podium in Hungary, coming from behind to steal 3rd from Leclerc. He's back, but Zandvoort isn't his best track. Though cooler, rainy weather may favour his W16. He could slip in and upset Ferrari's plans if the cars handle the wet. Better Ferrari's Charles Leclerc feels he had what it took to win in Budapest if his car hadn't failed. He finished 3rd at Zandvoort in 2024 and might be the dark horse if the front falters. Lower down, Williams wants to score after a dry spell. Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon failed to bring home points in Hungary. Albon has a knack for Zandvoort, making Q3 in both 2023 and 2024. He'll be charging for points. Aston Martin, Sauber, Racing Bulls, Haas, Alpine, everyone's circling for scraps in the midfield, especially if the rain dumps the field into chaos. Some may get lucky, others might wreck their chance before the lights go out. So what do we have here? A rain-soaked forecast threatening to drown strategies, tyres, and nerves. Norris and Piastri locked in a knife-edge duel, just 9 points between them. Verstappen, the crowd's bet, but blindsided by form, and conceding maybe only P3 is fully real. A constructors' battle where Mercedes, Ferrari, Williams, Aston Martin and others are lurking, ready to pounce or crash. And unknowns everywhere. Wind, rain, tyre temperatures, split-second decisions. This is no normal Grand Prix. This is Zandvoort at its wildest. And the greatest danger may not be the rain, it's the pressure-cracking champions. So, let's ask it straight. How many drivers are about to slide off the edge this weekend? Rain, wind, pressure, strategy chaos. At the Dutch Grand Prix, everything's stacked like dominoes. And if the first one tips, the whole race could fall into madness. And nowhere is that chaos more real than for Lewis Hamilton. Coming into the second half of the season, Hamilton isn't just fighting the other drivers, he's battling himself. After his painful result in Budapest, where he called himself useless and didn't even make it to Q3, many questioned if he'd even return after the break. But here he is, the 7-time world champion, with scars still fresh, but eyes forward. Zandvoort has been kind to him before, second in 2021, nearly a shock win in 2022 before a safety car ruined it. So the track holds hope, but hope only gets you so far. He's got a 2-race streak of failing to make Q3. He needs to break that curse. If the car works, and the weather turns messy, Hamilton might just find magic in the madness. Right beside him in the Ferrari garage is Charles Leclerc. He knows he could have won in Hungary if the car didn't let him down. At Zandvoort last year, he was third. He's not the favourite this time, but that's what makes him dangerous. If the McLarens stumble and Verstappen fades, Leclerc's car could still bring home the win, quietly, quickly, with perfect timing. And we haven't even mentioned Red Bull's other side, the one that isn't a world champion. Yuki Tsunoda is quietly fighting for his career. He's running out of time to prove he deserves a seat in 2026. With each weekend, pressure builds. Zandvoort might be his last lifeline. He needs points. He needs something, anything, to remind teams he belongs on the grid. But it's not just Tsunoda in the danger zone. Young drivers like Kimi Antonelli, who finally scored a point in Budapest, are desperate to build momentum. Zandvoort was the place where Antonelli won his Formula Regional title. Now, he's got memories, but he needs results. The midfield is tighter than ever. Williams is ahead of Aston Martin in the battle for 5th in the Constructors, but that lead is thin, and in Budapest, they looked weak. Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon left with 0 points, but Zandvoort could flip the board. Albon has always been sharp here. If the car clicks, if the rain plays into his hands, Williams might just claw back some pride. And watch out, Aston Martin is hunting. Their double points finish in Hungary lit a fire. They'll be pushing to do it again in the Netherlands. But it's not just them. Sauber's Gabriel Bortoleto shocked everyone with a career-best 6th in Hungary. Can he do it again in the rain? Even Alpine, barely staying afloat, needs a miracle. Franco Colapinato is the only driver yet to score a single point in 2025. If he doesn't do it soon, his seat could vanish. But let's zoom out now. Imagine the scene. A grid full of tension, slick tires on soaked tarmac, engines revving as clouds roll in. One wrong call and it's over. One early pit stop, one bold lunge, one missed braking zone, and someone's race is destroyed. And there, in the middle of it all, is Max Verstappen. His country watches, breath held, hoping for the impossible. But even Verstappen seems unsure. He told media he's not likely to win another race under normal circumstances. The pressure, the rain, the reality. Everything says this isn't his year. And yet, it's Max. Coronel reminds us of that. We've seen it in Suzuka. No, that's not going to happen. It never happens, and then he manages to squeeze out the Max round. That one blistering lap. That one heroic gamble. That one twist of fate. So now, we wait. The weekend looms, a 3-day dance on the edge of disaster. McLarens fighting each other, Verstappen defending hope, Hamilton chasing ghosts, Ferrari creeping in, and the midfield clawing for survival in the storm. Everything's possible, everything's fragile, and if the rain hits hard, the only winners might be the ones who simply stay on track. So, here's the question for you. Who breaks first? Who handles the storm? And who walks away from Zandvoort, still in the fight? Let us know what you think in the comments, because the Dutch Grand Prix might not crown a hero, it might just crown a survivor.